So over the past few years of now holding 17 Chase credit cards, I've learned a bunch of valuable hacks that I'm surprised a lot more people don't know about. These hacks can get you higher credit limits and help you earn more points and welcome bonuses, and can even help you get some of the best Chase credit cards that aren't publicly available. I've saved literally tens of thousands of dollars in travel because of some of the strategies and hacks that I'll show you in this video. And whether you're new to Chase credit cards or you already have some, these hacks will help you maximize the value that you can get from Chase credit cards. Now, before we dive into those hacks, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who watched my videos and helped me reach 1,000 subscribers. This is a huge milestone for me, and I can't tell you how grateful I am. And I really look forward to making more credit card videos for you and just helping you get the most out of your credit cards. This definitely isn't my full-time job, but I would love to get to the point where I'm making credit card content full-time. And if you'd like to help me get there, one of the simplest things you can do is hit that like button, as well as using my links when you apply for a new credit card. Links are always below in the description box, and it's really a huge way to help support me. And thank you to all of you who do use my links. All right, now let's dive right into these Chase credit card hacks. Now, the first hack I'm going to show you is one that not many other banks have. And this is going to allow you to get better credit limits with Chase. And that is that you can transfer credit limits between Chase credit cards. Chase allows you to move your credit from one card to another. For instance, if you have a Chase Freedom Flex with a $1,000 credit limit and a Chase Freedom Unlimited with a $9,000 credit limit, you can transfer $4,000 from the Freedom Unlimited over to the Freedom Flex so that both of them have a $5,000 credit limit. This is particularly useful if you're just starting to build your credit, as Chase will likely give you a lower credit limit in the beginning. But later, if you get approved for credit cards with a higher credit limit, like the Sapphire Reserve, for example, you can transfer some of that newer credit limit to your old credit cards. This can also be useful if you're looking to get as many Chase credit cards as possible, because Chase has a soft rule that says they won't give you a credit limit that is more than 50% of your annual income. Recently, this has meant that Chase has initially denied me for a lot of credit cards, but I was able to get them to reverse that decision by asking them to take some of the credit limit from my old credit cards and move it onto the new credit card. Hack number 2 is all about earning the most Chase points possible, and that is going to be maximizing welcome bonuses. Now, you might already know that getting welcome bonuses is the best way to earn a ton of Chase points quickly. But what you might not know is that there are often secret welcome bonuses that are higher than the publicly available offers that you can get. For example, I was recently approved for a Chase credit card that had a 75,000 point welcome bonus. But previously, the card had a 90,000 point welcome bonus. And when I messaged Chase asking if they could match that welcome bonus, they said they would. And since I had already met the minimum spend requirement, they immediately sent me 15,000 Chase points. To do this, you need to have met the minimum spend requirement on your current bonus and have been approved for the credit card no more than 90 days after the previous welcome bonus. You can get them to match previous welcome bonuses by asking them through their secured message center, and here's an example of the message I used to reach out to them. Another major hack for maximizing welcome bonuses is keep your eye out for direct email offers. Sometimes Chase sends elevated offers to certain cardholders, and you might be one of those people. But even if you're not, sometimes people will share those links with you, and you can get approved for that better offer through their link. I was able to find a link to the Marriott Boundless card that had a massive offer of 5 free night certificates worth up to 50,000 points each. And that offer wasn't publicly available. And I did share that link in one of my videos, but in the future, I will only be sharing those links with my email list. I just started an email list, and if you'd like to join, it's completely free, and I'll be sending out links for things just like this. More details down in the description box. So be sure to keep your eye out for better welcome bonus offers out there, and don't be afraid to message Chase and ask them to match previous welcome bonuses, as long as it's been a relatively short period of time. Moving on to the third hack, which is a way to get secret credit cards that aren't publicly available, and that is to product change credit cards. Chase allows you to product change credit cards, which means if you have one credit card like the Sapphire Preferred, they allow you to product change it within the same family of credit cards, like to this Freedom Unlimited. You do need to hold the card for at least 1 year before you can do this, and you do need to change within the same family of credit cards. So you can't change the Sapphire Preferred over to the Marriott Boundless, for example. But what a lot of people don't know about this is that there are secret credit cards that you can product change to that aren't publicly available anymore. And these can be some of the best Chase credit cards out there, like the Chase Ritz-Carlton card, which you can product change to from any of the personal Marriott cards. I won't be doing a full review on this card, but I do think this card is overpowered. And I will say, if you like to travel, even though this card has a $450 annual fee, you can get arguably a lot more value out of it. Like an automatic 85,000 point free night certificate from Marriott every year just for holding this card, full Priority Pass airport lounge access for you and authorized users, including Priority Pass restaurants, $0 for additional authorized users, $300 in airline fee credits, and pretty much the same travel protections that come with the Sapphire Reserve, which is probably some of the best, if not the best, travel protections that come with a credit card. There are other ways to use product changes to your advantage, such as taking a card with an annual fee and downgrading it to a card with no annual fee. So using the product change hack can definitely help you maximize all the value Chase has to offer. Our fourth hack is probably my favorite way to earn a bunch of Chase Ultimate Rewards points, and that is to maximize bonuses between the Chase Ink business cards. The Chase Ink business cards pretty much always have the best welcome bonuses of any Chase credit cards. But there are two big misconceptions about these cards that make it so a lot of people miss out on their offers. And that is that they think they can't get approved for a business card, and they think they can't meet the minimum spend requirement. While this is true for some people, I think chances are if you're watching this video, it can be pretty easy to overcome these. I can show you how to legitimately open a business card even if you don't have an official business, and I can show you how to meet this minimum spend requirements even if you don't spend that much. But before I do that, I want to show you just how good these cards are. So currently the no annual fee Ink business cards have a 75,000 point welcome bonus after $6,000 of spend in the first 3 months. And the Ink Business Preferred has a massive 100,000 point offer after $8,000 of spend in the first 3 months. You could apply for all three of these cards one after another and have a minimum of 250,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points. And that alone is worth $2,500 in cash back. But with the Ink Preferred, you're allowed to transfer your points to travel partners, and by doing this, you can pretty easily double the value of these welcome bonuses, getting you $5,000 in value. If you have a spouse or close friend or family member that's willing to do the same thing, then you can maximize this even further in what's called a player 2 strategy, which means you refer each other to credit cards and pool your points together. All of these credit cards have an incredible 40,000 point referral bonus, meaning if you each got all three Chase Ink business cards and you referred each other back and forth as much as possible, then you'd have a whopping 700,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points. That's an easy $7,000 in cash back, or a whopping $14,000 in travel if you transfer to travel partners at 2 cents per point. So you can see why I think these cards are pretty much the best way to earn a ton of Chase Ultimate Rewards points. But you're going to need to spend quite a bit to earn those welcome bonuses. I already made a video that covers a bunch of ways to increase your credit card spend without spending more money out of pocket. So I won't cover all the ways here in this video. But to give you one strategy I used recently, I was able to fund a free business checking account using my credit card. I did this by signing up for a new business account and using $3,000 from my credit card to fund the bank account. That both got me closer to earning that welcome bonus, as well as the bank bonus that came with the checking account, because oftentimes banks offer bonuses for opening accounts with them as well. And by doing this, I increased the spend on the credit card, but still had money in the bank account, so I wasn't out any money out of pocket. There's a lot more that goes into this, but you can check out that previous video I mentioned on increasing credit card spend if you want to know more. Now, in order to get these Chase Ink credit cards, you're going to need to have a business, which is way easier than people think. If you're making any income outside your regular full-time job, then technically you might already have a sole proprietorship in most states. For instance, if you're mowing lawns, selling things on Facebook or eBay, doing any kind of gig work, or even just planning to start a blog, podcast, or YouTube channel, you can consider this a business, even if you're not making any money yet. All you have to do is make sure you apply as a sole proprietorship and just make sure you're honest about how much money you reasonably expect to make. And it's very possible you can get approved. I've said this before, but my wife was able to get approved when she had 0 years in business and 0 business revenue. So don't be afraid to give it a shot. Moving on to our last hack, which is probably going to be the best way to use your Chase Ultimate Rewards points, and that is to use travel partners and transfer bonuses. Like I said before, when you have certain credit cards, Chase allows you to transfer your points to certain travel partners, usually at a 1-to-1 point ratio. Meaning, for example, 1 Chase point could become 1 Hyatt point. And if you know what you're doing, this can pretty easily double the value you would normally get from your Chase Ultimate Rewards points. For example, I recently booked a business class flight to Europe for my family that would have normally cost a whopping $13,000. But I paid using points that I transferred from my Chase credit cards for a great redemption of 5 cents per point. And I often transfer my Chase points to the best hotel transfer partner, in my opinion, the World of Hyatt, for an average of 2 cents per point. But it gets even better than this if you take advantage of Chase's transfer bonuses. You can sometimes get significantly more value from your points by transferring them to a specific airline or hotel partner during one of these bonuses. And this can be an incredible way to get even more value for your Chase Ultimate Rewards points. Just be aware that once you transfer your points to travel partners, you cannot transfer your points back to Chase. So just make sure you only transfer your points right when you're ready to book. And if you want to learn more about transferring your Chase points for travel and earning the most points possible with them, then check out my video called How to Redeem Chase Points for Maximum Value. By the way, if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.